So finally, we'll be talking about the mainland. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of topics, a lot of videos, and the locations I've been talking about have majorly been on the island, Eleko, Ibeshe, Epe, Songotedo, Oshid, and so on and so forth. So finally, we'll be talking about the mainland. Ikorodu versus Alagbado. Where should you invest? Even some people don't know where these locations are. Well, Ikorodu is on the mainland. Alagbado, Command Alagbado is also on the mainland. I've opened up these locations with the treasure hilltop in Alagbado and then the treasure estate in Igbogu also. There's so many also new projects and new estates being launched in Ikorodu right now. Xylos also launched something in Alagbado. Kauri Estate, Oxford, Pertinence also launched something in Alagbado too. So a lot of people have invested in Alagbado, a lot of people have invested in Ikorodu over the years too. And so we just want to analyze and assess these locations, see what sells in this place, see what sells in this place, and then that can also guide your investment. And again, always diversify your investments. Always diversify your investments. If you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 properties on the island, please have 1 or 2 on the mainland too. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4 properties in Lagos already, please have something outside Lagos too. Even if possible, have a real estate investment outside Nigeria too. Diversify as much as you can. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So that said, if this is your first time watching this channel, watching our videos, please meet the Property Guy Property channel, and this is where we discuss everything real estate that I want to buy, invest, or sell the property here in Nigeria. We share tips, guides, and advice on what to buy, where to buy, what to look out for when you want to invest, and the different risks attached to buying real estate or buying a property here in Lagos or in Nigeria. So after watching this particular video, you can also go to our previous go to our channel page, go to our previous videos, previous episodes. There are a lot of topics that I've shared already, talking about land for sale, titles, property documents, Airbnb, short stays. You are going to learn a lot from it. So Ikorodu versus Alagbado, lands for sale in Ikorodu versus lands for sale in Alagbado, properties for sale in Ikorodu versus properties for sale in Alagbado. Which is better? Now, firstly, let's start with the landmarks of these two locations. Command Alagbado is after Abule Egba, basically. Why I love Alagbado basically is there are just so many entry points. Alimosho is like the only local government in Lagos that is well planned in terms of accessibility. Now for Alagbado, you can come in via Ipaja to Abeson, from Abeson down to Ikola, I don't know how they pronounce it. I call it Ikola. Then from Ikola down to Alagbado. Then you can also come in from Oshodi, Ikeja along down to Abule Egba to Kola Alagbado bus stop. Then from Kola Alagbado bus stop, take the AIT road down to Alagbado. Now you can also come in from Agege. From Agege, connect to Agege, that's the new Oko Oba. From Oko Oba, connect to Abule Egba. From Abule Egba, connect to Eko Road. From Eko Road, connect to Command. From Command, connect to Alagbado. Another option. Then you can also connect from Iju, Fagba, Ogba. From Ogba, connect to Fagba. From Fagba to Iju. From Iju, connect to Abule Egba. From Abule Egba, same to Eko Road, or same to Kola Alagbado to Alagbado. So there's just so many Ikotun is also there. From Ikotun or Isolo to Ikotun to down to Ipaja. From Ipaja, then you connect to Abeson. From Abeson down to Ikola, down to Alagbado. So there are so many entrances to that place, and there are so many exits. So it's almost certain that you cannot be held up in gridlock without having an alternative. There are so many alternatives inside Agege, there are so many alternatives inside Abule Egba, just for you to get out of Alagbado or get into Alagbado. Now Ikorodu is also a fantastic area. Ikorodu can come in via the popular Ikorodu road that comes down from Surulere, Yaba, Surulere, Anthony, Maryland, Ojota down to Ikorodu. Or you can come in via Ekpe, or you can come in via Shagamu down to Ikorodu. But basically, it's still one popular road that goes into Ikorodu, which is the Ikorodu road, which is a bit stressful because if there's any traffic on that road, you face hello. Alright, but Ikorodu is also fantastic because Ikorodu real estate have been thriving for a lot of years right now. You can buy a property there and build there, you can buy a property there and rent it out, and it's quite thriving. So now let's look at the advantages and then the pros and cons of properties for sale in Alagbado and properties for sale in Ikorodu. Now the major attraction for properties for sale in Alagbado will be the Obasanjo farm area, where we have Treasure Hilltop, Fairmont Hilltop, Western Hilltop by Xylos, Kauri Hilltop, which one again? I don't know the name. Oxford give their own for Hilltop. Then Pertinence also have one something Hilltop there too. So a lot of companies have Hilltop estates around that area, and the price for land for sale around that axis right now is between like 7.2 to 10 million for a plot, which is for a 600 square meter, and they have a CO4 title, which is very, very fantastic. In comparison, if you go to Eleko, a property with CO4 is like 15 million, 18 million, or even cheapest 12 million at Eleko with CO4. But at Alagbado with CO4, you are getting like a property of like 7.2 million, 8 million, 10 million. So you can see that it's a very, very good investment. And for this location, topography is very dry. So you don't have to be worried about maybe doing a raft foundation or buying concrete when you want to do fencing. Just put your block in the soil and can do your fencing. You can't try that on the island. So the topography means that the cost of construction is at least going to be far more modest than when you are constructing on the island. So Alagbado makes sense in that regard. Now for Alagbado also, you can build and stay there. There are so many communities, there are so many neighboring communities where people are staying that are around Alagbado. Fairmont Hilltop, people are staying in Fairmont Hilltop as we speak right now already. Treasure Hilltop are selling houses, so there are so many completed houses there already. Ayobo, Abeson, Ikola, Ajasa Command, all these places, people are staying there already. So it's a very good market for you to buy and build. It's a very good market for you to also build to rent out. Now, another very big advantage of this Alagbado axis is that this place is close to the airport. Now, we know that an airport is coming to the Lekki axis too, but trust me, that airport in the next 5 years can still be proposed. In the next 3 years can still be proposed. As we speak right now, reality is the airport we have in Lagos is in Ikeja. So, if you need a property at least still modest and still close to Ikeja and you don't want to spend that high, Alagbado meets that particular budget, because from the airport there are so many routes that you can pass from the airport that can take you down to Alagbado. So even Alagbado is closer to the airport than Ikorodu, far much closer to the airport than Ikorodu. So Alagbado has that advantage. Abule Egba also have that advantage too. In case you are looking at investing in Abule Egba also have that advantage too. It's much close to the airport. Now, for Ikorodu, Ikorodu is also fantastic. I did a video recently talking about the 4th mainland bridge is coming. So, Ikorodu is also going to transform. What changed Lekki is that road, that toll gates, those toll gates there. Maybe Fashola did those toll gates around 2009 and 2010. Lekki transformed. Immediately they do the 4th mainland bridge, Ikorodu will transform. That feeling or that perception that Ikorodu is a slum will change immediately that 4th mainland bridge past Ikorodu. So that's why Ikorodu also has a lot of potential. So the estate by Arcview in Ikorodu also has a CO4 too, which is something that I advised in my previous video, that if you want to invest or buy anything in Ikorodu right now, preferably, advisably, buy one with CO4. So that even in the future, terminal bridge pass there, terminal bridge not pass there, you know that your property is safe and you get your full compensation from the government if they need that property for anything. So the estate by Agview at Ikorodu has a CFO, which is a very, very fantastic selling point also. So, and the property is also facing a third road in Ikorodu too, which is also a very, very big advantage. It means that accessibility is very nice. Even most part of Ikorodu is third. When you drive around Ikorodu, most part of Ikorodu is on third road too. So the big headache or small headache about Ikorodu is just that Ikorodu road, once anything happens on that road, you are going to face so much headache, particularly between the K2 to my 12 axis or Ojota to my 12 axis. That place can take you like an hour. So apart from that, Ikorodu is very nice. Topography is also very, very fantastic. It's dry land, which means that for most part of Ikorodu too, you are not going to spend so much on doing rafts or on construction. Now let's look at the rental market in these two locations. The rental market for Ikorodu is quite higher than that of Alagbado right now. So, and in terms of potential, the rental market of Ikorodu will definitely still skyrocket immediately that 4th mainland bridge past Ikorodu, because it means that people in Ikorodu can get down to Badore within minutes. And people from Ikorodu don't have to pass through the entire headache of coming down to Oshoki and 3rd mainland bridge whenever they are coming to the island. But right from Ikorodu, they can connect to the island straight up from that bridge. So which means that this rental market there will skyrocket. A lot of houses there that are going to increase their rent massively. So if your primary investment is you want to position yourself for a place on the mainland where the rent will go high very soon, then investing in Ikorodu makes a lot of sense. Now, Alagbado is also very nice. Like I said, very close to the airport. So many alternative roads from Agege, Abule Egba, Agege, Oko Oba, Ikola, Ogba, Fagba, Isolo, Ikotun, Ipaja, Ibeshe, and the like. So, which means that place you can always drive in, drive out with ease. There's traffic in one part, you take another alternative road. I love that about that particular axis. I just love it about that particular axis. Remember my advice, diversify your investments. One of the mistakes a lot of people around the early 2000s did was that all their investments was on the mainland. Toyin, Okbebi, Magodo, Shangisha, that's where they had all their investments. So around 2010, 2011, when Lekki boomed and the focus of attraction went to Chevron and the likes, they don't have anything there. So you too, don't make the same mistake. Lekki is booming right now, and the entire noise about Lekki, Ajad, and the new Lagos, Ebute, fantastic, invest there. But also diversify and have some 1, 2, 3 investments on the mainland here. The same thing that happened to the mainland will still happen to the island too. At some point too, the place will become overcrowded, overpopulated, and people will definitely next be looking at another safer, more convenient, more planned place to stay again. So diversify your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Invest as massively and as much as you can in the new Lekki, Ebute, in the existing Lekki, Orchid, Chevron, and the likes, but also have something on the mainland too. Ikorodu, Alagbado, the central mainland, Maryland, and Tony are still places that you can still invest. Either you want to invest to rent it out, you want to invest to stay there, or whatever you want to use that property for. So as even on property on the planet, property advisor, property consultant, Rabiu Mustafa, thanks once again for watching our videos. We appreciate you so much, and you can also share your view and your perspective with us. If you have invested in Ikorodu already, you have something in Ikorodu already, or you are about to invest in Ikorodu and you have your concerns, you have your fears, you can also share that with us, and I'm going to try as much as I can to attend to your inquiry. Thanks once again, and see you next time.